Hey, what's up, boys and girls? It's Friday, and it's time to talk about some stuff. I guess we're going to do something a little different today. I'm going to give everybody an opportunity. If you're wearing panties, I want you to stand up, go ahead and just take those off and get rid of them. I'll wait. I'll give you a minute. I wouldn't want anybody to get an injury from the sudden twisting that might occur with something that I said, because occasionally I do say things that some people are a little bit sensitive about, and today's going to be one of those kind of days. So buckle up, Cupcake. Here we go. Let's talk about that fucking creepy Joe Biden, shall we? I haven't seen the local news in a month, probably, because I just can't take seeing Mark Kelly's stupid bald ass talking about how great a job he's going to do when we all know agenda one with that asshole will be, oh, we got assault rifle ban, which, assault rifles were already banned in 1934, in case anybody would like to check, like, maybe Mark Kelly and some of those assholes that back him. And then there's Creepy Joe. I'm okay if you don't like Trump if you actually have a reason, but the funny thing is that most of the fuckers that don't like Trump, they hate him because their TV told them to. Or maybe I don't know. I just don't understand. I mean, sure, yeah, he used to sleep with porn stars and supermodels. Actually, married a supermodel, fairly intelligent, beautiful woman, very gracious, classy first lady. Unlike that train wreck we had last time around, that nobody's even sure what's going on with that. But we don't want to go into that. And then you got the guy that is creepy enough that he sniffs little girls and women's hair and all that. No, you're all good with that, but Trump's an asshole and a bigot. Yeah, right. Okay, let me tell you a little story I heard about the other day. Back in '09, under King Barry Obama's regime, I guess the Secret Service used to have a party around Christmas time, I guess, for the agents and their families and stuff. Well, around '09, there was a little incident involving Creepy Joe squeezed somebody's boob, and a Secret Service agent about knocked him the hell out for squeezing his wife's boob at the party. You know, I love boobs as much as anybody. We've discussed that in great detail, but you know what? Be appropriate, Joe. It's not your wife, not your boob. Therefore, you shouldn't have done it. But I guess punches almost got thrown, and the Secret Service had to stop the Secret Service from whipping Creepy Joe's ass for squeezing Secret Service guy's wife's boob. Really? This is the guy that you want for president? Yeah, okay. They couldn't even bring their families to these barbecues because Creepy Joe would sniff their daughters and touch them inappropriately and make everybody really uncomfortable. This is the guy that you would rather have for president than a guy who's proven that he can do the job. Creepy Joe keeps coming on the radio and telling, oh, a big list of shit that he's going to, oh, we're going to fix this and we're going to fix that. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, sorry, dude, but Trump already beat your ass to that. He fixed all that crap already. The only thing you guys could possibly do is destroy it, which you will do at your earliest possible convenience. The tax cuts weren't for Trump's rich friends, dude. Get over it. I'm sick of hearing that's bullshit. You know, the other thing I keep seeing, and this just makes me nuts. I'm so sick of it. It's got to be, you got to check the collar of everybody before you decide on the outrage meter how pissed off everybody is. Like, oh, what, in Ohio, what was that yesterday when a white lady got tased and cuffed by a black cop for not wearing her goddamn mask? Because, oh, it's the law. Well, no, it's not the goddamn law. It's a governor's mandate that's a bunch of bullshit. We already know that the mask doesn't do a goddamn bit of good. And the funny thing is that the cop, his mask wasn't on. The cheerleaders, no masks either. I mean, she was sitting in the stands by herself, from what I understand. I haven't watched the video yet, but I've seen a lot of discussion and great detail about it. I just, wow, really? You tased her and cuffed her for not wearing a mask? Really? But, the cop was black and the woman was white. Now, see, if this would have been the other way around, there would be shit burning down all over Ohio right now over it because, that's how we do things nowadays. Because, we're living in, as Joe would say, Trump's America. Well, you know what? Trump didn't cause that shit. If it were up to Trump, the National Guard already would have put foot to ass, and Skippy and all of his little BLM friends and his Antifa friends would have all have a foot buried in their little nutsack, and they probably would have went back home to the basement or wherever the hell else they're from because he would have put a stop to it. But no, the governors can't be having that. Can't be having him overstepping their authority. That would suck to stop all the violence because then they can point at Trump and tell him, oh, it's his fault. And then, the other thing, you know what? Let's just jump right in and piss somebody off. Let's talk about color, shall we? I'm really sick of you ignorant black people. I'm not talking about black people in general because I know a lot of them that are intelligent In fact, probably more than there are that's not. But you've always got that little group. We've got our group too. The Mexicans have their group. Get over it. Everybody's got their group of people they're embarrassed about. So you know what? Just get past it. Nobody is special in that department. But I'm tired of you stupid bastards coming out and saying that. I mean, what was that shit the other day? Somebody said that, oh, well, Candace Owens takes unfair advantage because she has a better education because inner city black youths don't get access to the kind of education that white kids do. Pretty sure white kids go to those schools too. I don't know. I haven't been to one of them in like, I don't know, 30, 40 years, but I'm pretty sure they do. And I'm tired of hearing that shit. And they're saying, well, when you use big words, that's racist because they don't have access to the kind of education that would allow them to understand those words. So let me think about that for a second. I'm supposed to talk like I'm fucking stupid because you can't understand the big words that are coming out of my mouth? I don't know. How about go back to school, do something else? I mean, I'm not trying to shame anybody because not everybody knows all the big words. But Jesus Christ, it's not a systematic or systemic racism bullshit. That's not what it's all about. I mean, if you got a sixth grade education, you got a sixth grade education. I don't care what color you are or whatever. It doesn't have anything to do with it. And, the people that are saying that, like Joe Biden, well, if you don't vote for me, then you're not really black. Really? Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, we're going to do everything for the black community that Donald Trump didn't do. Really, Joe? Because you and the black president that we had for 8 years didn't do a goddamn thing for the black community. Not a goddamn thing. Actually put more of them on welfare probably than anybody else. So anytime you want to talk about what Trump has accomplished, let's just do that. Let's just dive into that right now. Achieved the lowest black unemployment rate in the history of this country. The black youth unemployment rate reached an all-time low. Achieved the largest job gains for African Americans on record. Black Americans have seen the largest increase in home ownership under Trump. Poverty rate for African Americans is at its lowest level ever recorded. And then on top of that, he's lifted 6.6 million people out of poverty, the largest poverty reduction of any American president. So you know what? Put that shit in your bowl and smoke it. I'm tired of hearing about how Trump hasn't done anything. Not only has this man done every single thing that he said he was going to do when he ran for president and then some, he's done it with heavy opposition from both sides of the aisle because Republicans in Congress are a bunch of spineless pussies that couldn't get anything done. They couldn't dig a hole if it was soft sand and you hand them a shovel. They just can't get anything done because they're so afraid they might make a wave and piss somebody off and they might lose their cushy gig that they've got elected into. Well, I'm tired of that. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. If it's ever been a time to fight, it's time to fight because there's going to be massive cheating going on next month in the election, and our president's going to need all the help he can get to hang on because if he doesn't, I hate to see what's going to happen to this country. It is going to be a shit show of biblical proportions. And, you people think Kamala Harris is so great. Oh, first black vice president. No, bullshit. She's Indian. She's not even black. Get over that shit. Not like it fucking matters, but I'm just tired of hearing about it. It's got to be a qualification. You got to be female, got to be black. That's how we get all the votes. Nobody gives a shit. They give a shit about your vote, but they don't care about you. Donald Trump cares about you, and he has through the whole thing. Look at the energy at this man's rallies. It's ridiculous. I mean, wow. And Joe Biden can't fill a bathroom, much less an auditorium, So I'm getting tired of hearing all the commercials of Joe talking about, oh, Donald Trump did this. He lied about the pandemic. Oh, you mean the pandemic that he tried to shut down travel from China back in January when it first popped up and you guys called him a racist? We've been through all that shit. We don't need to go through it again. But you know what, Joe? You're full of shit. We all know you're full of shit. And the people that don't know you're full of shit are not paying attention. That's just the way it is. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you beyond that. I really didn't see much of anything funny this week, just a lot of shit that pissed me off, I mean, as always, they're rioting and all the crap, and they're blaming it on Trump, which ain't got anything to do with him. The man's doing a great job, and, here's how classy the Democrats are, okay? Trump and Melania went to pay respects to Ruth Ginsburg the other day, and people were booing them. She's laying in state and people are booing Trump. They made it political. What a bunch of dicks you people are. So, you know what? Just get over yourself. Stop talking about what a bad person Trump is. You might want to look inward. Like we discussed last week, go in the bathroom, look in that square above your sink. That you need to work on that person. If you think that Trump is doing a bad job, you need to work on that person, educate that person. Turn off CNN and MSNBC and stop listening to that bullshit. The only reason you hate Trump is because you don't know any better, which makes you fucking ignorant. So, you know what? Smarten up and look around. Joe Biden is not the answer. You want to see riots continue? You want to see a civil war? Go ahead. Cheat that son of a bitch into office and see what happens. Nancy's already talking about trying to impeach him again if he tries to fill the SCOTUS seat. It's his goddamn job to fill that seat. It's in the Constitution. It's a little document that we based our country on. You might want to read up on that shit too, people. God, you know what? It's been a really long week. I have worked my ass off. I am burnt. I am tired, and I don't want to deal with it. So, you know what? My lovely wife's on her way home and haven't seen her in 3 weeks. So, I'm going to get some stuff ready around here and enjoy my weekend with her. So, you guys try to do the same. You can put your panties back on or whatever you need to do now. It's fine with me. I don't care if they were going to be twisted, it would have already happened. But anyway, you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a good time. I'm Dave. I'm out. I'll see you next week.